Hey, Shalom, Shalom. Shiva Raza Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and blessings unto the hopeful and sincere elect. Now currently you got a lot of effeminate and emotional Israelites out there that are, on the comment boards, talking a lot of ish, coming against GMS, Great Millstone, with the hatred, the hateful comments in regards to the situation with this sick Ari, this guy, Alizé, that went off and did the madness that he was doing and got caught slipping, basically, and exposed and put out of the congregation, basically, of Israel. And now you got all these defenders, these Decepticons coming on the comment boards to try and defend the wickedness that he was doing, justifying a wicked, like it tells you in Proverbs 17, I think around the 15th verse, which is an abomination to the Lord. And then you got even so-called leaders of different camps, the ISUPK, in particular, General Commanding General Yohana, which is, that's just that title itself is just pure pride and vanity. But he's saying that basically, GMS is the cause for all the melee and all the hatred that, the Israelite camps are receiving in these last days. And then you obviously don't understand the scriptures when it tells you that we're going to be hated of all men, for Yahweh Shai's sake. And who are we going to be hated by the most? Our own people. Just like the ancient apostles and disciples who later became the apostles were hated of their own people, them that killeth the prophets. It was them wicked ass Jews, man. So-called Negroes, from the southern kingdom, that came up against, first and foremost, they came up against Yahweh Shai, and then they came after the disciples after Yahweh Shai left, and they was continuing to do the work. They came after the disciples, which were later called apostles, man, to put them to death. So, except John the Revelator, these, we entreat the hate. That's basically what the name of the title of this video is. The hatred that these nigglets out here are spewing. We entreat it, man. Keep it coming, man. Because at the end of the day, it's a fulfilling of prophecy, and that lets us know that we are ultimately Abaras are the true men of the Lord. Because the Lord said the true men of the Lord are going to be hated by the world and not loved. Not like these other, reprobate camps that are seeking favor from the world, accolades, and they want to be, YouTube socialites, Israelites on a seeking clout and fame and fortune from the internet. We ain't about that, man. We only using this internet as a vessel, to publish the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, like he told us to, man, to use the feed horn, the unicorn, to push this word around the four winds of the earth, to gather his elect. That's the only reason why we're on the internet, using the YouTube. We ain't trying to monetize and make money off the internet like these other camps, these merchandise camps out here. So this is just a few precepts on that topic of being hated rather than loved. And that's supposed to, that basically means you're in the right, you're in the right mode, basically, position of this truth, man. Because as I said, you're supposed to be hated rather than loved. If you want to be a true servant and soldier of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So this is John 15:18. The heading says disciples, which basically means disciplinaries. It says disciples are to be disciplined relation to the world. So how what's the relation to the world and how the disciples are going to be treated? Let's read. It says, if the world hate you, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. So Yahweh Shai, told the disciples, look, man, this ain't going to be no walk in the park. You're going to be, hated more than loved. People are going to talk shit about you. They're going to scorn and scoff. And the Lord said that in these last days, scorners and scoffers are going to increase. That's another, precept to let us know that we're in the last days. because the scorners and scoffers are super, increased. This last week they've increased a lot, but that just lets us know that there's a lot of jakes out here as part of the 2/3 that's getting ready to be put away and get deleted by the Lord, man. Two parts should be cut off and died. It says, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. And if you were of the world would have loved his own. Yeah. And this is why the Lord said, love not the world, neither the things that are in it. John 2:2-15. Because this world is vanity, is wickedness. It's all misconceptions, man. It's all deceptions. And you can get drowned in the deception and all the wickedness of this world, and lose your integrity, basically, like certain characters that was in Israel, because he was Ari, I'm talking about Alazar, because he loved the world so much. He lost his way, man. He was trying to mingle the truth with the world, and he lost his integrity, man. He feigned out, and then he became a lover of money, like the rest of these false prophets out here, because their God is their belly, and they're in it for filthy lucre's sake. So this is why you're not supposed to love the world, man, because you can lose your way. So if you were of the world will love his own, but because you are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, the elect, therefore the world hateth you. So the true men of the Lord, the elect, they're going to be hated in this world, man. Rather than loved and spoke, praised given praise, so to speak, and lauded in society. People gonna talk shit about them like they are with this situation with Alazar. And this is just a quick example to show you that, in these last days, all these false prophets are gonna come out of the woodworks, man. And there's a lot of wicked ass jakes out there that are gonna be destroyed in these last days. That's what it's showing, because when the Lord pours out that judgment, when he kicks open out that judgment door, a lot of these jakes out here, they're gonna go flying, man. They're gonna head first, and they're gonna get dismantled and destroyed, especially in the time of Jacob's trouble. Salakia says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. It says, if they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Yeah. So 2/3 don't know Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Even so-called leaders in this truth, man. Lord's not dealing with all these so-called prophets in this truth, because a lot of these guys ain't real true men of the Lord. They're not prophets of the Lord. They're false prophets. They're not of the ilk or the that come from the cloth of the Lord's elect. They're cut from a different cloth, man. And the elect are a special specimen of the Lord that he put in this world to push forth his word, and to show this world that he's only dealing with certain men, and it says it in the scriptures, as Apocrypha, in these last days, then it should be known who are my chosen, man. The Lord's going to reveal who his true elect are, and that starts from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on down, because we're the most hated and most talked about in Israel, even though all we're known for and all we do is edify. That's all we're doing, teaching non-stop, in season, out of season, on the highways and hedges, online epistles week in and week out, on a daily, and that's what we do, man. And we rebuke, reprove, and exhort according to the scriptures, man. If you're going off in the doctrine, you're gonna get called out upon it, and you're supposed to repent, not buck up and double down like certain guys in so-called truth. That's why the Lord said you got to beware of them of the circumcision, because these guys in the truth that are supposed to know better are using and perverting the gospel for their own so-called godly gains, man. But it's all wickedness. But at the end of the day, judgment is coming, man. The Lord said he's going to come swiftly with that judgment as well. Swiftly and speedily, the false prophets are going to be destroyed in these last days. So and other than them, the scorners and scoffers, they're just going to be put aside, and they're going to be the casualties of war anyway, man. We don't even care what the scorners and scoffers are saying, the so-called gainsayers and all that, because they're going to be destroyed anyway if they're not part of the Lord's elect. So, it's neither here nor there, but this is part and parcel what we have to endure in this truth. hatred, man. You're not supposed to be here to be loved. You know, like these false pastors and all of that of the world. They're all loved. They are lauded and, you know, have all these accolades. But they're wicked as all hell. They all got skeletons in their closet, man. Their hearts are not pure, man. You know. But the true men of the Lord, that are, you know, pushing this truth in sincerity, their hearts are pure, man. You know, and they have the right intentions for pushing this word to gather the Lord's elect. You know, not for filthy lucre's sake. So we as I said, we entreat the hate. You know, bring it on, man. Keep coming with the hate, man. We don't care, man, because at the end of the day, when the judgment comes, we're gonna see who's gonna have the last laugh. This is James 4:4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. And it makes perfect sense, ye adulterers and adulteresses, because you had this guy Alazar basically pushed his wife to commit adultery. But all these niggas on the comment board are trying to basically saying, no, have mercy upon him, when he did a straight up wicked act that's worthy of death, man. They ain't talking about that, though. The wickedness that he was doing behind closed doors, they ain't talking about that. All they're crying about is, you know, they want mercy for him. The sure mercies of David. No, that's not going to happen, man. Because first and foremost, this guy Sakari, the whole Sakari is off anyway. They need to be disbanded and destroyed, man. Because, you know, the whole head is sick. You know, all them guys are wicked as all hell. But, you know, a guy just put up a video, you know, on the socials. And he was talking about one particular guy in their camp, Sakari, called Bazak. Basically, he was just basically, they called him the extortioner, because he was extorting his own members of Sakari, man, like especially new members. He's extorting brothers, man. Wicked as all hell. So these guys are in it for their own, you know, their own belly, man, to make their pockets fat. They ain't in it for the sincerity of this truth, man, to push this word. They're seeing it as a come up to make money, to make merchandise of the word of the Lord. So that guy Bazak, if it's true with the allegations, what he's been doing, extorting their own members, you know, so he can, you know, pocket their money, he's gonna get a hell of a judgment coming to him, man. He's gonna get put to death, man. You know. So that's more information to show you that whole Sakari camp is out of order, starting from the head all the way down to the tail, man. It's all out of order, and that's why that whole shit's gonna be disbanded and destroyed, you know. So you know, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship with the world is enmity with the Most High? So yeah, if you want to be a friend of the world and you want all the accolades and the praise of the world, you want people to laud you and give you titles and shit, you know, that means you're enemy of the Most High. You know, you're not part of the Lord's elect, basically. You know, whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. Yeah. So that's exactly what these feigners of the word are, man. These guys with their lofty titles, and, you know, they're coming in the spirit of the wicked scribes and Pharisees of, you know, of old, the Sanhedrin and all that. You know, they're coming in that spirit. Then they're obviously going to be enemies of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, because the Lord cursed those niggas out, man. He cursed the wicked scribes and Pharisees, man, because they were out, you know, they were doing all that outer appearance shit, just for the you know, to be worshipped by men, to be praised and lauded by men. But inwardly they were wicked and ravening wolves, basically. You know, so this is Matthew 5, and I'll start from verse 4 then. I'll start from verse 3, because this is Yahweh Shai speaking once again. It says, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." So this is the mindset we're supposed to have in regards to how we're going to be treated in this truth. You know, even if it means we're going to be scorned and hated by our own people, but for the most part, but in the world in general, you know, this is how the mindset you're supposed to maintain, mate. Basically, you should know that you're blessed, and you know, by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and F the world. So blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And who's the meek? AKA the elect. It says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. And blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. It says, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the Most High. It says, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of the Most High. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake." Yeah, the scorners and scoffers all on the comment board trying to blame GMS, Apostles and Elders of Great Millstone, for wicked niggas that are being exposed. What about the nigga that's being exposed? Ain't he wicked as all hell? Ain't he supposed to receive reprovement and reproof for his madness, for his lewd acts? What about that? You just want to get on the messengers, man. Don't shoot the messenger, man. You know, deal with what the situation. You know, that guy is totally getting off, and he was falsifying, you know, doing all kind of madness, you know, pushing it, making him, lauding himself, elevating himself, trying to make himself, you know, higher than the apostles and elders, like he's, you know, sitting in Moses' seat basically. And he's not even worthy of that. He was a novice, man. He was a baby in this truth, man. And then he's dissing the apostles and elders. Every other video, he's dissing the apostles and elders, talking madness. And we got the receipts, man. So this guy basically got his what he deserved, man. He got his judgment, man. He got what he deserved, man. You know. And there's many more of them out there that's gonna get revealed in these last days, like, you know, General Yohana talking shit about Great Millstone did this and that. But bruv, you know, you got guys, even Captain Cesario the other day, he was saying, yeah, you know, the highest man in Israel is Commanding General Yohana, and above him is the Heavenly Father. So what about Yahweh Shai? Where's Yahweh Shai at? You're trying to say that Yohana is in higher position than Yahweh Shai. So what, is Yohana the savior of Israel now? So that's blasphemy, man. So when you're doing shit like that, letting filthy communication come out your mouth, you guys are going to eat those words when all hell breaks loose, man. And that's why judgment's going to come upon all these other schools of thought, so to speak, the ISUPKs, the IUICs, and anyone that's not right, man, anyone that's not part of the elect. They're going to be judged and destroyed, man. All them schools are going to be disbanded. They're going to end up like the ICGJC. They're going to end up like Sakari, man. Because they're not of the Lord, you know. They're not the true men of the Lord, man. How you going to laud this guy, Yohana, as you know, the only man above him is the Most High? Are you crazy? So you're lauding him over Yahweh Shai, the actual savior of the nation. So that's how you know you guys ain't of the elect, man. And the apostles been saying that guy Yohana's been wicked for years, many years, just like all these other cats out here, man. So we already know judgment's gonna come very soon upon all these different leaders, man, false leaders. So blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you and say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Yeah. So we entreat the hate. The Lord said, look, man, these men are going to be people are going to be chatting shit about you, you know, and it's going to be mainly coming from your own people. So, but don't worry, you're blessed. Those niggas that are, you know, offended, they're going to be judged. They're going to be taken out. I'm going to deal with them when the time comes. That's basically what the Lord's saying. So he said, don't worry about it. When they revile you, they're going to persecute you, hate you, say all manner of evil against you falsely. You know, all these false accusations that they come up with against brothers about the grape and all of this stuff, you know, when all we're doing is teaching the scriptures, you know, they're going to be destroyed. Didn't Alizé try and do the same thing? He doubled down on the point where he was going off on the scriptures, talking about we're going to be here for 1,000 years. He didn't want to accept the reproof. So what did he do? He doubled down, tried to say, like he wasn't going off. And then he tried to bring up the grape situation. And then look what happened to him. He got exposed. And now he's totally, you know, the Pegasus or Pegatron on the run, man. You know, waiting for a nuclear missile, basically. Because he's being exposed, you know. Showing crocodile tears and all of that. But a minute ago, you was running your mouth. Now you want to cry on camera. It's not going to work, man. You know. The only ones that can, you know, come to your aid are these wicked ass niggas, man, especially the nigger woman. So you know the nigger woman gonna come to any of these wayward niggas' aids to try and defend the madness that they're doing. But what about the actual you know, account of the things that he was doing? You want to justify the wicked. That's why a lot of you women are gonna get put out in these last days. A lot of you women, especially if you're in Israel, and you ain't right, man, the Lord's gonna put you to death, man. You know. So it says we're gonna be hated. So rejoice, man. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Yeah, the same disciples that later became apostles under Yahushai. They persecuted them. They persecuted Yahushai. They put him on a cross, man. Supposed to them wicked ass niggas. They wanted Barabbas, you know, to come to be set free. They want to set for these niggas Sakari, aka Alazar, aka Barabbas free. You know, they want mercy for that nigga, but they wanted to persecute and destroy the Lord. They wanted this to be crucified. So F these niggas, man. You know. But this is the mindset you're supposed to have, man. Don't be losing your mind because you know you're getting hated on the comment board and they're calling out there. It's supposed to entreat the hate. Let them keep talking shit. You know, we ain't worried about that. We just know that we're doing the right thing by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. You know, so that's testimony to brothers enduring into the end. That's it. So this, I think it's the last piece here, Matthew 10 and 16. Look at the heading: a hard road before them. Yeah, the disciples had a hard road before them, and later became apostles. And the same in the reincarnation, because the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. The prophets are here now today, starting from the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and they're gonna go through that hard road as well again. They're gonna be persecuted and hated of all men. So there's a hard road before them. Matthew 10 and 16. Behold, I send you forth as a sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Yeah, you got a bunch of wolves in this so-called part of the circumcision, man, and whose mouths need to be stopped, like it tells you in Titus. You know, they're promoting all kinds of lasciviousness and madness, carnal behavior. They're holding guns and weapons at camps. These niggas are wolves, man, in sheep's clothing. You know, purple and gold. You know, marching everywhere like with some black militia. We ain't no carnal group, man. We're supposed to remain spiritual. The Lord said be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. That means basically remain spiritual, man. Don't be carnal out here. You know? It says, but beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils and they will scourge you in the synagogues. They did this to the disciples back then, and they're going to try and do it to the men of the Lord now. We're going to be brought before governors and kings, like it says in the next verse. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. Yeah, we're coming to that time, the time of Jacob's trouble, you know, because it says there's going to be a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And Esau's going to be like madmen sparing none. So, you know, Trump and all that is going to give the decree that they need to basically arrest, you know, the Israelites, and they're going to come for brothers, man, because they already got information. They know exactly who the true men of the Lord are. They know it's not the IUIC and the ISUPK, because these guys are all bought and paid for, man. They all got 501c3 charters. They're all chartered with the government, man. So they're sellouts, man. You know? But Great Millstone ain't got no charter with the government. So I wonder why all these guys got charters with the government, but they're supposed to be men of the Lord. They don't make no effing sense. The Lord said, buy the truth and sell it not. But all these other camps that have got these 501c3 charters, they're all about making merchandise of the people, man. They're all trying to make money. Profiteers rather than prophesying, you know, as the apostles say. It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. Yeah. So basically, we just got to stay spiritual and let the Lord do his work, man. And he's going to be with us, as the Lord said, even to the end of the world, man. He's not going to leave his men destitute, basically. He's going to defend his men, especially in these last days. He's going to be showing all kind of miraculous works through those men. And that's when the Lord's going to exhort his men. We ain't out here self-exhorting ourselves, man. You know, the Lord's going to say he's going to exhort us in due time. That's why you have to have patience, which means to suffer. You know, so verse 22, last verse, says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. So that's why we're going to entreat all the comment board hates, the scorners and scoffers. We entreat it. Keep talking shit, man, because you're going to have to eat those words in these last days. And we're going to mock when your fear cometh. Like it tells you in Proverbs, the first chapter. It says, then ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So it's about enduring, man. It's about enduring, no matter how hard it gets, no matter who's coming up against us, friends or foes, families, whatever it is, man, or some government agency, or whatever it is, man. We got to endure unto the end. And the Lord said He's gonna deliver us, and we're gonna receive that crown, crown of glory, basically, for lack of a better word, man. Certain brothers are going to be hemmed up in the prison system. Tell you that Revelations 2:10. But what did the Lord say? That you be in prison for a certain amount of time, but he that endure, you're going to receive that crown of life. So that's what it's all about, man. We just got to endure this world and this wickedness that's going on. But soon, man, as I said, the Lord's going to exalt those men, and it's going to be known. It's going to be clearly known around the four winds of the earth who the chosen men are of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Especially when they make that, MOT to the B, which is the RFID hip mandatory, man. That is that when that comes into play, a lot of that is definitely going to be known that Great Millstone are the men of the Lord, because we've been the main ones pushing and advocating that prophecy is coming to pass as we speak, while these other camps are making up excuses why it's not the C-hip technology, man. Because for the most part, a lot of these guys have been told not to teach that because they've been sold out. So anyway, with that, as I said, we entreat the hate, man, so keep it coming. But F you anyway. But give all praises and glory to Yahweh, but Hashem, Yahweh Shai, but Hashem, Rakakodash, and Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect. Shalom.